What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of my Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series. I want to thank you all for voting on the poll I had last week. Almost 8,000 of you voted, and the majority of you wanted a Fantasy Draft, 43% of the vote there, so that's what I'm going to do. You can see a bunch of shows pretty close to 27%. I'm also had a poll on Twitter. Again, there, Fantasy Draft was the winner. So luckily, I had a pretty easy decision to make. By the way, guys, if you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram yet, go and do that. But we're going to get into the franchise here. First thing we actually have to do is pick an NHL team. Obviously, because the fantasy draft doesn't really matter, but I've actually got a random number generator up here. You guys just have to trust me. I'm doing this live for you. 1 to 32, generate 17. Okay, so starting with Anaheim, I think that's going to be like Minnesota, or no, maybe Nashville. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I nailed it. Nashville Predators. Okay, I haven't used Nashville in quite a bit, so I don't mind this at all. I'm also too here, guys. I think you could probably see some updated team overalls. I've really been working a lot on the roster, and we have an updated custom roster video up for you very, very soon. For this, owner mode's off. Fantasy Draft, of course, is on. I'm also going to have the salary cap turned on. Now, if you guys don't know, even with the salary cap turned on, it won't affect the actual fantasy draft, but it will affect all the trade and signings you make from that point forward. And in regards to the settings here, guys, as always, going to have injuries turned off. I just hate dealing with the pop-up and then having to readjust the lines. Now, with fantasy draft turned on, you want to make sure you have authentic cap penalties turned off. Otherwise, you'll have, like, teams with buyout penalties that they shouldn't. Same goes for draft pick ownership. That should be classic, so everyone gets their picks back. And right there, you can see I have the trade difficulty set to hard, as people already think I finessed the computer too much, so definitely has to stay on hard. Now, I did want to try something new. I usually go high for sim engine scoring and shot frequency. I'm going to try sim engine scoring at medium with high shot frequency. See if it gives us a bit more realistic results, at least in terms of the goalie stats. Now, in terms of the draft, I would definitely have both of those at low. I really liked it in the Ottawa franchise. I felt like the draft was more realistic, especially with, all of my creative prospects. So we'll get into the fantasy draft here, guys. Very excited. Hopefully we can do well. While this loads in too, guys, if you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up on this video, hitting that subscribe button. It really helps me out. So they have us picking at 8, but just kind of like picking the team. I'm going to run the random number generator again here, see what we get. 15. Okay, so I actually don't mind that at all. Puts us right in the middle. I guess we'll just swap the Ducks, so it doesn't really matter, right? So, yeah, 15. We're not going to be getting a superstar like McDavid or anyone, but, we're right in the middle of the draft. I feel like we can definitely do some damage here. I think it's honestly the first time, too, I'm doing a fantasy draft, not just for, like, a one-season sim. Actually, for, a 10-year franchise mode. I'm going to try and get some good young players in this. Hopefully, we can accomplish that. So, Barkov just got taken. Pasternak there. Jack Eichel. Marchand. Who else do we got? Patty Kane to the Leafs. Kucherov. Makar. Crosby. Huberdeau. You guys can see I made him a 92 now. Vasilevsky at 5 is interesting because goalies don't have as much trade value as skaters. Like, I think Huberdeau would probably have double value of Vasilevsky. Same with Crosby. Definitely Makar is going to get really good. So, kind of a bad pick, honestly, by the Kraken. McKinnon, Matthews, Draisaitl, and McDavid there. Round out the top 5. Okay, so tons of really good players obviously left here to take. Ovechkin we could do, but he's 35. This is a 10-year franchise. We have to be smart about this. Roman Josi, 31. We'll have him till he's 40. Jeez, this is tough. Matthew Tkachuk, you guys can see I made now a 90, but he is going to need a new contract. 1 year left there at $7 million. Adam Fox, I could have a stud #1 defenseman for this whole thing. Hall's need a new contract. Who cares, though? Cal Connor would be nice. Kaprizov. Like I said, I'm not going with a goalie. I think Adam Fox is probably the play. Like, him and Makar are essentially equal. Honestly, this is so tough, but yeah, I'm going to go with Adam Fox there. As that gives us our #1 defenseman for the next decade, hard to argue with that. I want to show you guys just some of the higher picks here. You can see some good players going in the second round, like Saros. Peterson there, 10th in the second round, honestly a solid pick. Shabbat, tons of stars. Cal Connor just went. I was hoping maybe we could have gotten him. Curious to see who the computer think was the best pick instead of Fox. Goudreau there, 1 overall higher, but like I said, I like Fox. Hedman as well could have taken. Panarin, Shesterkin there, Ovi. I can't believe I passed on some of these guys, but Moritz Seider there, going at 26. That's kind of crazy, but same potential as Fox, is lower rated. Barzal. Kachuk actually went kind of low. Kaprizov, Rantanen, and Marner, Hughes. So, what do you guys get to look at the entire first round? Bergeron, a bit older. Dougie Hamilton there. Wow, Sean Couturier could have a really nice center. You guys can see Miller's out for an 89. I feel like he might finish with 100 points this year, so I felt like I had to give him the upgrade. Tyler Bertuzzi there. Morgan Riley. Let's see. Philip Forsberg even. Based on potential, Stammer's still there. That's not bad. The 31, if he plays till he's 38, still being like a good player, I think Stamkos is actually like a really good pick. Alexis Lafreniere could also be nasty. If we just go straight to a prospect, this is where it's tough because I think, you know, you might as well be competitive at the gate. You also want to be good in the future. All right, guys, so it came down to Lafreniere and Stamkos for me, but just so we're not literally the New York Rangers, I'm going to take Steven Stamkos here. I still think that's a good pick. If Lafreniere is actually available still, we'll definitely go for him. Is he? Doesn't look like it. No, he's not. Okay. And look at this guy. Dylan Larkin got taken one pick before mine. I would have loved to have him on the team. And you can see JT Miller, who I was looking at, actually got taken at the pick after us. Rowensky there. Lundell. Kachuk, Raymond, all going before Lafreniere, who's highly potential, just a bit lower rated. So it seems like we definitely got to go after kind of like the elite players right now, like the young, you know, budding superstars. Tomasino isn't bad. Holtz usually sims really well. He's actually a year younger than Tomasino there. Owen Power. I've seen him not grow as much, so I actually give him a bit of a boost now at 77. Him and Fox are, you know, future top D pair. Matty Beniers, Cole Caulfield. Like, there's so many good players here still. So you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go with the first overall pick here, Owen Power. Again, him and Fox, future top D pair. Kako just went. I was actually looking at him too. Tarasenko, Batherson. So again, I don't know if I'm really going for like a team that's going to win the cup right out of the gate, but I do think we're going to have like the best team over the course of the next 10 years. So again, we'll just sort it by potential. Drew Doughty's still available. Not too bad. All these high elite guys, though, are veterans. We're looking for some more kind of medium elite players who are going to really prove themselves over this next decade. Adam Boquist here, 2182. I've seen him get quite good. The thing is, we already have so many forwards. Matty Beniers wouldn't be too bad. Same with Kent Johnson. I just took a quick look at goalies, guys. Fleury Price still there. You can see I have dropped Price a bit to 88. I feel like they'll be there for a while. Askarov also could be the goalie of the future. I don't think I'll take him right now, though. Honestly, guys, I think the next best player value-wise might be Mason McTavish. Already 78 overall, 18 years old. I think that just makes the most sense. For me, it was either him or Quentin Byfield. Jake Ottinger just got taken. It's another very good pick. Definitely the AI GMs, like, you know, they're looking for value. They're not just going for the best player available. Byfield's still there. Same with Perfetti. Wow. Perfetti usually gets really good too. Although I'm looking at their stats here, you can see Byfield power forward. I think Perfetti's shot is better. More of a playmaker. Let's go with Perfetti. I think he usually ends up being kind of better in the sim. Mackenzie Blackwood just got taken, another goalie. Hopefully Byfield's still here. We definitely took a risk kind of waiting on him there. Brant Clark, Holtz, I do not see Eklund though, and Dylan Gunther. Same with Edvinsson, Tomasino. Okay, so still some players. Johnson and Beniers are still here as well. Marco Rossi, Luke Hughes. Wow, that's kind of nuts. Next up to me, I think has to be Alexander Holtz because I've seen him pop off first year. Actually end up like 84 after a really good sim. You can see just a great shot on him. 1977. Let's do it. So right here, guys, you can see all the medium elite players left, basically. I feel like we're definitely going to fill out the actual NHL roster with all the kind of older veterans who hopefully, you know, aren't too expensive. So I'm going to take, honestly, I'm thinking Johnson over Beniers. He's a 1 overall lower, but his offensive stats, like his playmaking there is just crazy. So we'll go with Johnson here. It would be pretty cool if we could actually get Beniers to the next pick. We'd have, you know, 3 Michigan guys on our team then, of course, with power. Dylan Gunther. Is Beniers there? He is not. Luke Hughes, though, is. Dylan Gunther as well. Did really well for Arizona in our Ottawa franchise. He's a sniper, too, so him playing with Johnson could be a nasty pairing. Simon Edvinsson as well, 1875. I've seen him get really good for Detroit. Maybe I go him, then either Luke Hughes or Gunther with the next one. Again, guys, just trying to get, you know, as many medium-elite prospects as we can. Like, that's the hardest thing to come by in franchise, so there's really no reason to pass on it. Clark's still there. Gunther's still there. Rossi, Hughes. Okay, they're all there. I think Rossi's the lowest rated. Wow, do we want Gunther or Luke Hughes? I think Gunther, like I said, I saw him kind of pop off in that last one. And then, of course, too, the fact Clark's still there. Even if we lose on Hughes, hopefully we can have one of the 2. Clark's there. So Hughes. Okay, so Clark... 3 just superstar abilities. Hughes there has the elite edges and everything. Okay, so yeah, we'll take Luke Hughes. If we can get Clark and Rossi too, that'd be crazy. Obviously, I have not taken a goalie yet. I'm definitely going to get taking a veteran and probably drafting somebody. Rossi's the last elite player available. Okay, so Clark is gone. We'll take Marco Rossi, though. I don't mind that at all. So our first 11 picks was all elite players. I mean, look at those picks so far. Fox, Stamkos, Power, McTavish, Perfetti, Holtz, Johnson, Evanson, Gunther, Hughes, and Rossi. Like, we have so many young studs. Not even fair. Let's take a look actually at goalies next, as I was mentioning. Yeah, so at this point, honestly, I think we could probably just like draft whoever. And then a lot of times too, like the really old guys like a Halak will actually end up in free agency. So don't have to worry about it. Alex Killorn there's not too bad. Jordan Eberle. I just found Jack Quinn here still available. 1972 high top 6. I've seen him get very good before as well. So you guys can see my strategies prospects first, aside from, I guess, Stamkos. And then, you know, fill out the NHL team later. Hopefully it works out for us. Now, because of our strategy, guys, I just noticed we still have $63.8 million in cap space. One thing I forgot to mention, too, in regards to the cap space, I was actually planning on trying to, like, you know, play it fairly and not go over the max cap, at least, you know, no more than a couple million over, and it looks like we actually can accomplish that, which is good to see. So I might take a player who's a bit overpriced in JVR, but, you know, playing on a top line, say with a good player like Stamkos, I could see him performing quite well, only making, you know, $7 million there for 2 more years. He's not even really that old yet. Killorn Nyquist got taken. A couple other guys I was looking at. Getzlaf's 84, making 3. He's older, but like he's still got like 90 passing there. I just don't know, like, you know, he's probably going to be available for a bit longer. And I see Ryan Merkley's available here, guys. 21 years old, 70 overall. I've seen him grow pretty well before. Vesalainen here, I think, also usually kind of can grow. So I'll take Merkley, just another prospect. Again, trying to build, like, you know, the ultimate dynasty here with this fantasy draft. I feel like it's the only way to do it. And next year, you guys want to take Jake Neighbors, who's already 75 overall at 19 years old. Like, that's actually pretty high rated for 19-year-olds. So I think that's a nice pick for us. Again, Capobianco just got taken. Getzlaf is gone. We could take Gessler Fun later on, but let's see. Are there any actually goalies with decent potential left? Sebastian Costa and Wallstedt are still there. Okay. I'm so glad I just checked goalies. Wow, we just lucked into that. I'll definitely take the other one. Please, Wallstedt is there. Wow, so the 2 guys just got taken first round of the last draft. We're set for goalies. Can trade one, keep the other. And like I said, we'll sign a couple of veterans to be our starters. We've also got Carson Lambos here, 1864 low elite with tape to tape. I think that's a good pick. If he gets, you know, some good sims in juniors, play well in AHL, could see him growing too. Along with him, actually, you got Evans here. I feel like he plays on the same team as Bedard. Regina Pats, 61, low elite. Even Atu Ratu there if you wanted. Islanders pick. I think I've seen him get to like a low 80 before. Definitely taking a bit of a chance there with his low elite stat. And Evans is still here, guys, so we'll take him again. Low elite's kind of like a high risk, high reward. Better chance of being a bust, but better chance of being higher rated than just kind of like your average medium top 6. Speaking of which, you got Dylan Holloway here, 1972. I've seen him get pretty good before, so I'm going to take him here. There's actually a few other guys I was already eyeing. One of them, my favorite player on the Spitfires right now, Wyatt Johnston. I've actually given him a couple extra X factors because dude leading the OHL in points is nasty. I'm sure it's a bit biased, but whatever. Fabian Lysell, there's also a guy I might go grab. Maverick Bork there, I think, has a couple X factors. Like, honestly, it's so many good players there. Thomas Portillo. I think Brendan Brisson was here last I checked. John Beecher, he is there, 1970. Bobby Brink's also a pretty good player, and I can't believe this, guys. I guess somebody actually took Wyatt Johnston. I thought we were safe. Luckily, I've seen Brisson sim really well. I'm actually curious to see. Okay, so the New York Rangers have Wyatt Johnson. I'm probably going to go make a trade to get him because I'm annoyed somebody took him. Of course, you guys are probably thinking, like, who's actually on this NHL team? We don't care. We are just building, you know, a factory here of awesome prospects. The next best one available, Noel Gunler's not bad. He's got a really good shot. Again, Maverick Bork's a pretty solid player too. I know some of these guys end up being busts, so I'm going to try and stay away from them. Bobby Brink, though, usually ends up being pretty solid, so I'm going to take him next. And now look at the medium top 6 players remaining, guys. What's kind of funny is a lot of them end up being busts. I feel like the computer almost knows that somehow. Now, having said that, if you guys watch the Ottawa franchise, Johnny Beecher we traded for after he got to like an 87, so I don't mind taking him at this spot. I think after that, like, we're probably good on the prospect front. We've got, I think, like 8 picks left to actually get some NHL players. Jason Spezza making almost no money. captain, quick draw. Honestly, I think I'll just take him next year. Don't really have to overthink it. We're just trying to get bodies in that are, you know, good contracts, especially if we do miss the playoffs. Guys are going to be easy to trade. 52 million in cap space as well. We could actually take on some really expensive deals. Mark-Edward Vlasic is too long at that price. PK Subban, like, we're going to get probably dinged for being under the cap. So, I mean, we could do that. It's a 1 year, 9 mil. It's a really easy way, I guess, to hit the cap. So we'll do that. Kind of crazy. I think like the max you can be under is about 15 or so. Dustin Brown there, same thing. It'd be like a good bottom 6 forward. He should have Born Leader on him as well. Now we got Eric Johnson here for the next 2 years at $6 million. That's not terrible, so I'll do that too. Again, just trying to hit the cap floor, so we're gonna have like a bunch of like inflated rookie deals. We can actually take a look here at goalies. Anything decent? Halak 1.5 for 1. I don't even want Mike Smith. Grice there. 3.6 for 1. We've also got Goligoski here, 8 overall. Not a bad D-man. 1 year, $5 million again. So, helps with the cap floor. I didn't realize kind of how much cap space we truly had there. And then, of course, 1 year left. We could easily trade them. Okay, so we got 3 picks, or I guess 4 picks left. 30 million. We need to add about 15 million more here in our next 4 picks. Okay. I don't want to have to take Edward Vlasic. Patrick Hornqvist here does have the crease crasher X factor, so maybe he wouldn't be, you know, too bad of a player in that bottom 6. I'll do it. It's fine. We have so many, you know, like I said, good young players. 25 million. Jeff Carter actually can kind of play still. 2.6. I wouldn't mind him on the team. So after that, 1 final pick here, guys, to end out the draft. 24 million in cap space if we're not drafting Edward Vlasic. I could just do Strawman to make sure we like hit the cap floor and don't get messed up that way. Kyle Poso, 6 million though. It's a lot of money for him for the next 2 years. Now we do still need not just 1 but 2 goalies. Luckily, I think there'll be a decent one in free agency. So maybe to help us with that cap floor, we'll take Thomas Grice here. 1 year, 3.6 with our final pick. Look at that draft, guys. Are you kidding me? This team, like, I don't think will be competing right out of the gate because after Fox, Stamkos, and, like, I don't know, JVR, it's just tons of prospects and overpriced players there at the end. But, like, in 3 years, I think we're going to be running the NHL. And so right here, guys, look at the trade values for this team, of course, led by Fox. Tons of medium elite players there. Even after that, a bunch of medium top 6s. We actually could have taken Hedman over Fox, who has more value right now, but I feel like, you know, this team, the trade value is going to just kind of skyrocket after Season 1. But that will be the next episode, guys. Also have to sign some players. Definitely have too many prospects on the team. We probably need a couple more NHL defensemen, you know, 4 more maybe NHL forwards. Luckily, there's some guys available in free agency. But that's the video for this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.